I was at the Shangri-La Dialogue.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I was one of two non-governmental delegates from Burma. Another was Timmamontan.
Yeah, know him.
And you know, like the IISS Institute for International Institute. They're based in London. They thought that I could be co-opted, and so they put me on like a business class A380. Put me up at the Shangri-La. I drink and eat and whatever the fuck. And then like, you know, Lee Kuan Yew was there. Like there were also several like heads of state, about 600 people in the gala event. Lee Kuan Yew came. Lee Hsien Loong was a keynote speaker, and nobody knew who I was. So when I raised my hand, you know, I was the second guy who raised my hand. Because they didn't know, so the microphone was handed to me. I started asking, you know, like how are you managing, you know, Singapore and ASEAN engagement policy in Burma? And Lee Hsien Loong spent about 5 to 10 minutes, to try to defend ASEAN engagement policy. And then the next day, the military intelligence colonel, who was from Singapore, we were at the cocktail party. He came up to me and tapped my hand and said, "You know, like what you said yesterday was not diplomatic at all." Appropriate. I said, A, I'm not a diplomat. B, I am an independent scholar, and you know, if Lee Hsien Loong wants to defend, that's his job. My job is to speak what I know to be truth. So basically, say fuck off. Don't tell me what to say, what not to say. I told that to
you said the word fuck.
No,
I didn't say that, but in essence,
you should.
I should have, but I was scared. He was military intelligence colonel. No. Seriously, they fucking hate me. I won't go.
You use the word fuck again.
I'm not kidding.
So, what was your credentials at the time that you got invited?
I was a fellow at Oxford.
All right. Which college?
Wolfson.
Okay.
And, more like Queen Elizabeth House, the International Development Department.
So you have not been back to Singapore since?
No, I dare not go.
No. Sunny, you're making the world smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Asia. Oh, I was like, whoa, sweet.
So, okay.
What exactly you say again?
That's exactly what I said.
No, repeat that.
Okay.
Something like
Singapore
that.
supplied Burmese military
and then
arms.
Then
when there was an arms embargo,
and then
Singapore also served as a money laundering center for drug kingpins from Burma and the Burmese military. Singapore provided the medical facilities to all the Burmese military generals, and then allowed the generals to come and invest their ill-gotten gains in Clarke Quay and all those places. And then, like, you know, the producer called me, "What the fuck did you just do? They're gonna fire me!" Like,
you're talking about CNA,
Channel News Asia. Channel News Asia.
So what happened to that footage?
Oh,
it's live. It's live.
It was
live.
Live, yeah.
I love it.
So
after that, they just cut that bit, and then that no longer interview him because it's live anyway.
Yeah, they never interview me again.
Yep.
Oh, you're from Bangkok. That's the end of it.
That's it.
It's alright, but they couldn't stop me because I got my spin in.
The original plan was that the conversation
where was
would
the
be
source
longer,
of your
right?
information then?
That was the public information. Everybody knew that Singapore was like, you know, the conduit for money laundering. You know, the no question asked, 8%, and then like 8% the money laundering. Yeah, 8% the Singaporean banks would take, and the Burmese military would launder their money there.
Now, tell me, what triggered you to have that tirade against the Burmese?
Oh, I was fucking pissed off at Singapore for just supporting the murderous Burmese military.
But they had someone else on CNA that day.
Yeah, well, like Professor Pavin.
But I had nothing to do with it because
Hey,
I think
Fabin, you're a professor.
Yeah, he's a big name guy.
But I was not a stirrer, you know.
Okay.
It's him and Maitri, you know. I'm sort of.
Look, I didn't say anything outrageous. All I said was what was truthful.
No. You said.
But truth is outrageous enough.
No. You said very polite. That is very polite.
Yeah.
I would say something as unpolite. You said very polite. I mean, you say that Singapore fuck up the Burmese people. That's correct. That's
is
very
correct.
polite way.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
verifiable.
No,
Yeah?
very polite
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It's in fact very Islamic.
Yeah.